Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? So, we had our amazing episode of Demon Slayer. It felt like the shortest episode, like they just gave us a brand new format or something of how the show is being done. And for some reason, to me, it just felt extra short um, with how the backstory really like blended into the character and how he was like going to pretty much fall into whatever death is for these demons at the end of the day, seeing how we really can't tell. 'Cause I mean, not only do they, get ushered into the other like another like spiritual world, but we've seen multiple times now that they're not really going anywhere in the case of like seemingly different than anyone else, right? Like if you're human and you die, even if you did become demon, you seemingly still have somewhat of humanity left if you actually can reach for it or if you can think about it while you're like going over to the other side, I guess. But to be fair, I really can't even tell. So, regardless of that, we'll see what actually like transpires more throughout the show with some of these demons. Because, like I was saying, a lot of the people that our main guy has, saved or wound up attacking and fighting, and then seeing their reactions afterwards, a lot of them were just people suffering very badly and seemingly couldn't get out of uh, you know, the situation at hand without reaching out for a bad hand, and that bad hand turning them into what they become. So it's getting kind of interesting in that regard, like where all of this is going to lead up to with the 12 and why they're chosen. I mean, so far we've only seen people who are kind of looked down upon by humans in general, or people that are usually being extra catered to and so forth and such. So we had one person that, was getting beaten up by his father and not becoming what his father wanted him to be. We had someone now who literally couldn't, go outside or do anything for himself because he was so sick. Uh, it seems to be a common theme towards the people that this main guy is kind of rounding up. So, because of that, you get this feeling of like, oh, everybody probably has like a tragic backstory, and the reason, or maybe not only is he picking these people because of their backstory, or maybe he's picking these people just because he knows somewhat of what they've gone through, or something along those lines, right? Like, it makes you really wonder what the heck is the end game for him picking these demons, for him, well, not even picking these demons, but picking certain humans, and somehow they become a demon strong enough to be stronger than, your average demons that are just coming along, seeing how some of them couldn't even fight back the demon slayers who aren't even that high rank. I mean, but to be fair, we don't really know what rank those people were, just by how quickly they were taken out in the first backstory that we saw before this week's episode. So it makes a very interesting, like, overall back and forth towards all of this, because not only does it seem like the demon who's going around doing this kind of helps, certain people for, however long they actually feel good about the the moment, seemingly you have to be accepting of that, role that he's giving you. And if you aren't, and you kind of want to like fall off, then yeah, you probably picked the wrong squad. Like if you ever probably doubt being a 12, you're probably gonna get it bad. That's just how it seems. We canceled into special dirty. which I'm fine with. I feel like there should be a compelling reason why these people not only like took this power, but for some reason had to then, live with the consequences of being alone, and it kind of comes to show you that it's a good reason why he was making a fake family, the family that he felt that he should have been given, but at the same time, it was already taken away by his own hands. So, very powerful stuff. And then it comes into the part where your boy is a mastermind when it comes down to seeing certain aspects of shows breaking down. There was no way that all of these demon slayers and all these people that are here were not going to notice Nesco, right? And that was just my grand thought. I was like, if they don't notice her, that would be maybe a sign of her not being as demon, like as like the unique part of her still shining in. Excuse me, I apologize for yawning so much. But it maybe there was like a chance of her getting out of here without really dealing with anybody. But of course not. Of course not. We can't just leave one of the best characters alone, including a character that can shrink down into a young kid fast enough to dodge a swing that's like at her neck or like pretty much about to chop her neck head off. So she is quite the beast. Not only that, when the message started to pretty much tell everybody that they could not kill Nesco or our main guy, it kind of ushered in this quick truce, like the fastest truce I've ever seen between someone who doesn't care for demons and can be completely heartless to them, to all of a sudden putting the sword away and asking the question, "Are you Nesco?" I mean, you are the only demon I've seen with a bamboo enlarged in their mouth, a bamboo muzzle. But I think I'll still ask the $1 million question. Are you the person? Like, no, I'm not. I'm the other person. Like, what the hell? So this week truly gave us something cool to look forward to. Like, I think there's a good reason why when our main character wakes up, there's one person in particular missing from this lineup of demon slayers. And I have a good reason. I have a good feeling I know why. It's because he got snitched on. He got snitched on so hard. They snitched on him so hard. And he's probably going to have to fight now for, well, not like actually battle, hopefully, but I think he's going to have to actually fight now to um, state, why he did this such thing. Why, if he knew about this over time and still allowed this to happen, is that like something to be penalized for? You have all of these other people here that seem like they should be around the same level, or maybe someone might be better than the guy that we saw with the 11th form. That's kind of where this episode ends. It's just showing players that might be on that high tier level of any of them went to this place, they would have smashed it just as easy, if not the same amount of effort as them, So clearly there's probably a stronger level of demons in the 12, like maybe because he was a lower one. It just goes to show you that the hires are just that much more crazy when it comes down to overall strength, power, and abilities being like crazy and off-putting and stuff like that. So really interested to see on what you guys are feeling about this week's episode. I know ever since the show has had its one giant moment and everybody was freaking out about it, feels like the show's kind of going back to where it start, like how it was when it first came out. Not when it first, I guess not when it first came out. When it first came out, people were buzzing about it too, but I feel like we've gotten to the point back to where just the people who actually watch it and enjoy it and have to watch it all the way up to those parts where it's like, oh my god, it's so hype and I should react to this because I bet people would think this is hype and I saw someone say it was hype, so that must mean it's hype. Like people are so corny, and it's very, very obvious to me, and That's why I don't really care for reactions and stuff like that, unless it's somebody who's been there from episode one all the way to, so far. Like, if you're just someone that, plays games, or you're someone that does something completely different than watching anime on your channel, and then because you hear a part of an anime did something crazy enough on Twitter, that's what sparks your attention to do a video and, start to talk about it and give the show any type of credit and say it's your favorite. Like, that stuff gets to me. I don't know why it gets to me, because it's annoying to know that someone's gonna try to act as if they knew and have been trying to, spread the word about this show or something. When it comes down to it, they weren't even watching it, keeping up with it, but when something actually pops off, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I gotta make sure I'm in on this. Oh, I'm in on it, I'm in on it. Like, it makes you want to, it should make you want to unsubscribe and dip, because guess what? As soon as anything else pops off, kind of like Minecraft, for instance, people are going to hop onto it because they have no real type of talent, or like they know they're dying slowly, so why not hop on every single trend, even if it's not what your fans want, but you can earn new fans that want it, right? I don't know. Sorry for that rant. It just feels like all of a sudden, since this hype stuff with all the animation and dancing around a bunch of attacks and stuff like that is not happening. Where's all those high tier reaction people now? You know what I mean? Like, all of a sudden, oh, wait, no one's freaking out about that episode or this episode. I guess I won't react until it's trending somewhere. Like, ugh, that's doo doo. So if you enjoy something, please go and enjoy it as much as possible, because there's people out there that are just going to enjoy it so you can act as if they're one of us, So know who the real people are, do the research, understand that these shows are amazing and all crafted so great that if you miss out on these certain episodes that aren't the trending episodes, you're gonna not have as much of a feeling and such of a punch in the gut and the stomach when it comes down to how they're conveying the story through those hype moments, and why those moments should be even hyper than just the battle itself. There's a reason why that battle was so hype, is because we've been watching a brother and a sister build a bond through the whole time, and then all of a sudden that bond became an attack. It literally became an attack. So that is completely missed by all the people that just hopped on any trending episode and watches it there and gives you a full out speech. I've been watching it, but I thought you guys don't care about my reaction throughout, so I just make sure you get the reaction on the hype stuff. They even did it to Boruto, so it's really embarrassing. But alright, everybody, I got one more video for you, and I hope you enjoy. I will talk to you in the next one. Have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.